All right, y'all, grab your maple syrup and buckle your seatbelts, because today we're taking off on a non-stop flight straight into the weirdest travel drama of 2025. Canadians are ghosting the USA like it's a clingy ex. And honestly, it's giving, we need space. Yeah, apparently there's a full-blown boycott brewing north of the border. We're talking folks canceling vacations, skipping on Florida beaches, and giving Disneyland the cold shoulder. I mean, when you get Canadians mad enough to cancel Disney, you know it's serious. But what's got Canada's collective plaid in a twist? Buckle in, raccoons, we got data, drama, and a dash of pettiness. Let's talk trash. So earlier this year, Canadians started whispering, you know what? We might just stay home this time. But let's be real. We've all said we'd never text our ex again. And then 2 a.m. rolls around. At first, it was just noise. But now, baby, the data is in and it's louder than a loon in mating season. Flight cancellations? Boom. Land border traffic? Cratered. American tour guides? Crying into their hot dog carts. There's been a 32% drop in Canadian return trips by car in March alone. That's the biggest dip since 2022. And back then, we had vaccines, quarantines, and you gotta swab your nose to cross the street type rules. Now, folks are just done. Cooked, burnt out, and low-key offended. Why Bandit? Why now? Well, I'll tell you, it rhymes with rump and ends with tariff tantrum. Yep. The US slapped a 25% tariff on Canadian imports, and suddenly Canadians are like, fine, we'll just spend our money at home with some ketchup chips and quiet politeness. And just like that, United Airlines was like, yo, cancel that Toronto to LA route, they're not coming. Bro, they ghosted the West Coast like it left them on red. But here's the deeper take, y'all. This ain't just travel drama. It's economic beef, flexed through tourism. It's passive-aggressive spending on a national level. The most Canadian protest ever. We're not mad, we're just disappointed, and staying home. See, this is consumer behavior as activism, people voting with their wallets. And it's not about hating Americans, it's about standing up to policies that feel disrespectful. Canadians are saying, why should I fuel your economy if you're throwing snowballs at my house? And honestly, I get it. Last year, over 20 million Canadians visited the US and dropped more than $20 billion doing it. That's not small change. That's more than Americans spend at McDonald's. And trust me, y'all love McDonald's. That money pays salaries, it feeds small businesses, it keeps places like Vegas, Florida, and NYC buzzing in the off-season. And now that money, it's staying up north or heading somewhere else. Hello Cuba, hello Portugal, hello random Airbnb in the BC wilderness. And let's talk about the Snowbirds, those lovely Canadian retirees who migrate south every winter like clockwork. Well, guess what? This year, Snowbirds ain't flying. They're grounded like a teenager who tried sneaking out after curfew. We've got motel owners in Florida out here like, where are our Canadian friends? We miss their Timbit breath and polite arguments. One motel went from 80% capacity to 30%. That's not a dip, that's a belly flop. And a tour company in NYC that made $35,000 last year from Canadian high school trips? This year, $5,000. $5,000. That's not just a drop in the bucket. That's the bucket tipping over and rolling down the street. So let me ask you this. Should people use their wallets to protest politics? Is this going to spark real change or just hurt the little guys caught in the crossfire? And when did vacations become international acts of resistance? Let me know in the comments. But be respectful or I'll find you and I will tell your mom. Look, here's the tail end of the tale. Canada and the US have always had a messy sibling rivalry. But now, Big Bro's acting out and Lil Bro is snatching his allowance back. This isn't just about tourism, it's about identity, respect, and power. About realizing just how connected we all are. And how fast things fall apart when trust disappears faster than your luggage at LAX. So next time someone says, it's just politics, remind them, politics can empty hotel rooms, ground airplanes, and ruin hot dog sales in Central Park. That's the kind of petty power I respect. That's it from me, Raccoon Nation. Hit that like button like it's a tariff on maple syrup. Subscribe if you want more unfiltered truth straight from the trash can. And remember, just because someone shares a border with you, don't mean they got your back. Stay snappy, stay scrappy, and keep talking trash. Bandit out.